Prepping a piece of furniture before you use chalk paint is super easy. Really, all you need to do is clean your piece. I mean, there's always a few exceptions. There's a few exceptions to everything. But for the most part, let me show you how it is that I prep pieces before I paint. What I've got here is a very mildly bucket of soapy water and a rag. And when I say soapy water, I mean dish soap. I think this is Ajax, maybe. It's whatever we have here in the back of the store. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that cloth and lightly wipe over everything that I'm about to paint. Clearly, I mean, it's cleaning, focusing on areas that you feel are dirtier, getting all of the dust and grime off of it. This is especially important when you're doing lighter colors, and the top of this is about to be bright white at the moment. That may change because that happens a lot, but for right now, the top of this is going to be bright white. So I need to get off the years of grease, soot, smoke, dust. You know, you need to get all of that fun stuff off so that the paint really adheres and there's no interference with anything. So again, wiping it down with a cloth. That simple. Okay, so now that I have, wiped and cleaned my piece of furniture, I'm going to take a cloth, and this one is with just water. So you want to make sure that you get all of that soap off of the piece before you paint it. So now I'm literally just going to go over and wipe the whole piece with just water to make sure I get all of the soap off of the piece. So on cleaning this piece, I decided that this is probably a weird interjection into this video, but on cleaning this piece, I decided that I want to take off the back plates to the handles of the cabinets on the top. Let me show you that. Those. Now, so you have the knob that comes through and screws on back here, but the plate itself has two teeny tiny little brad nails. Now to get those off, what I usually do is I get a razor. Sometimes I get a flathead screwdriver if it'll allow without damaging the piece. And I just lightly get it behind the piece like so. And then try to wiggle and work it off. You want to be careful because you want to keep those brad nails. So you don't want them flying and flinging everywhere. Okay, bottom is off. I'm sitting here talking about keeping the brad nails and I almost dropped it. Brad nail piece. So now I just need to get the top one off, but because I have that bottom one, I'm just going to use it to pry. Again, you really don't want to damage these if you plan on keeping them. You don't want to bend the nails here and there, so you really want to be careful with it as much as you can. Okay, so back on that. A lot of the times I don't take the pieces off. Chalk paint will stick to metal, and I really like the look most of the time whenever you paint it and then you kind of wet distress and you bring out the detailed areas, or you dark or black wax it. I really like that look. So normally I don't take these things off, but with this piece I'm kind of trying to go in more of a modern feel, so I took them off so that whenever they go back on, they're fresh, they're clean, they're not painted. But because I've done that, let me see if I can turn you here. It's left, you see the years of the grime and the grease and stuff that were left on there. You see that? So now we get to go back and clean that. Okay, so cleaned and wiped down again. You'll see, boom, boom, boom. Just now clean. The grease and the grime is now gone. It is still discolored because that piece has been hidden for years, whereas the rest of the piece has had light on it. So it's going to be a different color. It's going to be the original color, but the grease and the grime is gone. So really, that's what I do to prep furniture. There isn't much else to do. That's the magic and the beauty and joy in chalk paint. As always, if you have questions, comments, or want to know more, leave them in the comments below or shoot me a DM. And please let me know where you guys are watching from. That's my favorite part of doing any of these videos. You know, we don't get monetization, we don't get any of that stuff from these videos. We like to put them out there because they help people here and there, even if it's just one person. And we think that they're kind of fun to do. So let us know where you're watching from, and we'll see you later. Bye. Actually, it's not the end. We are back. I figured I would answer this question. I was planning on it, but my brain spaced and I didn't. Before I get it in the comments, am I going to tape it off because I am painting the wood and keeping the glass? No. It really depends. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. On this particular piece, meh, I don't feel like it. I'm going to tell you that it is, to me, much easier to just scrape and clean the glass than it is to sit there and meticulously tape it. I mean, let me show you these. Like, if I had paint here or here, it's just as easy. And I mean, this needs to be cleaned anyway, if you can't tell. Can you tell that in the video? It's just as easy for me to spray glass cleaner, spray away is the one that I use, and a razor, and scrape it right up to that very edge, and it'll look like the same thing. It'll look like I just taped it, and it is much less work, and it cleans the glass, which needs to be cleaned anyway. So no, I will not be taping off the glass. Bye.